I'm Paul Levinson, and welcome to Light On, Light Through, episode 249, my review of the first two episodes of Severance. Well, I finally saw the first two episodes of Severance. It's only been up on Apple TV for less than a week, and I'd intended to watch them earlier, but I got caught up in other things, and I wanted to give those two episodes my full attention. Hey, you know what? I almost sound like one of those perpetually apologetic workers. John Turturro's Irving, in particular, in this quasi-totalitarian workplace in which workers, or innies, have no knowledge of their lives outside of work, and vice versa. Hence, the title of this series, Severance. I think totalitarian is a good word for the ambience of this series, reminiscent in various ways of 1984 and The Prisoner. That was a great TV series, goes back to the 1960s. Now, at this point in Severance, we don't know how or why this schizoid society arose, and neither do the inhabitants that we've met. Fortunately, by the end of the second episode, we meet a former employee, Petey, who has somehow reintegrated his workplace and off-time personas, and he's beginning to spark an undoing of this system, in which the severance is said to be irreversible. One of the sociologists in our off-screen world who would have had a lot to say about severance is Erving Goffman. He was born in 1922, passed away at too early an age in 1982. And Goffman said we all have front regions that we show to our public and back regions in which we interact with our close friends and families. A waiter in a restaurant, for example, might be perfectly polite and friendly to an obnoxious customer, and then tell his or her spouse later that night about the jackass in the restaurant. Of course, that waiter has continuous memories of both regions, unlike the severed workers in Severance. It's been a while since I've encountered as coldly and frighteningly intellectual a science fiction narrative as Severance. In addition to Turturro, the series has Christopher Walken and Patricia Arquette in supportive roles, and Adam Scott in a strong performance in the lead role as Mark, but now in contact with Petey on the outside. I'm going to give this series, directed by Ben Stiller, a shot. And I'll see you back here next time with my review of the next episode of Severance. Well, I hope you enjoyed that brief review of the first two episodes of Severance. I will be back here with reviews of every episode that is coming up in the next weeks and months, and in the next few days. Raised by Wolves, all kinds of good series, including Suspicion, will be continuing, and I'll be back here with my reviews of those as well. In the meantime, stay safe, stay sound, and enjoy.
The Light on Light Through podcast.
Athens, 2042 AD. She ripped the paper in half, then ripped the halves, then ripped what was left again into bits and pieces of history that could have been. Sierra Waters had read once that, years ago, it was thought that men made love for the thrill, while women made love for the sense of connection it gave them.
Curled Up with a Good Book says Sierra Waters is sexy as hell. You can find out more about The Plot to Save Socrates by Paul Levinson at theplottoSaveSocrates.com.
Paul Levinson silk code about an ancient biotech war raging on in secret for centuries.